Hello, my YouTube friends. This is John at Left Handed Models, and this is my bench build update. Final on one bench build I've got done, and introducing another one. And they're both planes, but I guarantee you the next one won't be an airplane. So let's see what I did. So this is my final on my Ekranoplan, and I'm going to hold the. And I figured out based on the real size of the plane and the size of the model that it's close to 1 over 144. Um, I was thinking it was 172nd, but the windshield is not big enough for a guy to stick his eyes out of. So if you want to know how to spell this, it's a Russian airplane, and there is information on Wikipedia that tells about this uh, Ekranoplan, and it's a ground effect vehicle, but it did have a maximum altitude of 9,800 feet. So I was surprised by that. It could fly as low as 5 meters over the terrain, mostly water, I would think, and 5 meters is about 17 feet. So between 17 feet and 9,800. And the way it does that, it has these wings, and even on the model, they are curved on the bottom as well as the top to provide more lift, and I imagine catch the air a little bit. It has a counter rotating, and I think it must be a turbojet based on the way it's configured here. And then in the nose, there are two, and I think they are jet engines. It doesn't really explain it anywhere I found. And it looks like those push extra air underneath the wings. And this model, because it's so small, the landing gear is just depicted in little half round things that are that fit underneath the bottom. If you can see this yellow here, it won't show up very well, but I marked the date and the type of airplane on it so that I could remember it. And I plan on hanging this. There was, let's see, essentially no problems. If you ever build this kit, please note that I put the fuselage together first. And I could have sealed it, but I didn't, just in case I needed to take it back apart. The propellers are supposed to turn, but because I put it all together, they won't. And so I chopped them off and glued them in. This little gun rack is supposed to rotate, but I just chopped off the bottom of it so that it would just fit in, be glued in there. So these rocket ends I painted separate, as well as the intakes. And this intake area is all one hole. So I was able to snake these through the hole and glue them in while it was together, and then pull. These are two pieces. So I pulled those up and glued them in, and then there's a spar that fits here that's part of the kit. And so that I was able to all assemble it without having to um, split the fuselage again. And now the reason I put a fuselage together on any plane that I can is because of painting. I like to have the whole thing painted the same color at the same time. And sometimes it doesn't happen when I paint it. You know, you might have one that's a little thicker than the other as far as the paint goes, and it just won't show up right. The I'm glad I waited to test fit the windshield glass until it was all painted and pretty much ready to go. Because as I was test fitting it, it wouldn't quite go in, and so I just pushed it and it snapped in. And so it's a snap fit and it ain't going anywhere. So I just left it. There's no glue on it. And there, it comes with no stand, but of course it can sit. I suppose you could sit it in the water. I don't know. I didn't try. The decals, even though they're pretty old, worked out fine. A little decal there on the door. There's a door there. And I will probably hang it so that it gets looked at more often that way. And now I'll show you what I'm building next. So this is a Minicraft kit of a Lockheed P2V-7 Neptune. This is the early model as far as the paint goes, because of when it was produced, which was right after World War II up until the 60s. And the later ones were just pure white, and that's what I plan on doing, because that's a lot of colors, and it's not clear that these are the exact colors, because on the internet it says this should be that chrome yellow, and I don't think the wings are supposed to be all chrome yellow, just the ailerons and flaps. And so I decided not to do that. Now it's funny that this I don't know, wing end piece that might be a fuel tank has a clear bubble on it, and I don't know why yet. I'm still researching that. And this model has the Wright Cyclone engines, and I think they're the 14 cylinders. And later ones were upgraded with turboprops. So the decals have seen better days, but because they're a sheet like this and I don't need the white, I'm going to try to copy them. I have a printer that should be able to copy those with no trouble, and then I don't have to worry about them coming apart. I just have to worry about trimming them close. The clear parts. Now, where's my? One of the clear parts fell off, and it's flying around in here, and we'll see it in a minute. And it's the cockpit is in two pieces. Don't know why. Then this is the nose piece, and this is, I don't know, some kind of a observation bubble, and then there's windows. And so it's got a lot of little clear parts. And of course, because of the age of the kit, which I think was in the early 1970s, 1978, it's a little yellowed, but the instructions have words as well as pictures, and it tells the colors on the parts mostly. Some of it, like here, it says inside gray and inside gloss white, but it doesn't tell you the exterior color. So I looked that up just to make sure. And there are quite a few pictures on the internet. Now I have done here's the other clear part, which has some slots in it. So it looks like it's for guns, but I don't see any on the box art. So I'm not sure what that means. We'll find out. It's a 1/72 scale kit. It comes with 3 tiny pilots and their seats. And so I really hope you can't see them because they're so tiny it's going to be hard to paint. The propellers are all separate pieces. This looks like the crossbar that they'll get glued to, and then these are the blades. And of course, there are lots of airplane parts, and these are probably little scoopy thingies. And that's I'm sure that's a radio antenna or something. Now, I've cleaned up all these parts so they're ready to go. So I have the fuselage halves, and everything was pretty clean. There was really no flash to speak of. Very on one of these nacelles, there was a little bit on the ends, and that was it. The wings were very well defined, and of course, only if you get the right pieces. And that's not the right piece. Where are we here? This should be, no, there we go, I bet. Maybe. I don't know. That doesn't look right, so it's probably not right. Oh, I'll bet. Yes. Aha. Maybe. I'll have to look. The directions will tell me. And then these are some engine cowlings, I'm sure. Look at this, and I don't know why the cowling is so complete, because the whole engine is here. It's a two-part engine. These two parts for one engine. And let's see, landing gear. The large wheels are two-piece. Then there's landing gear, that's front landing gear, and rear landing gear, and that's the rear wheels. And the front wheel is a single piece. The spinners for the props are separate, and they have little marks in them for, oh, you probably can't see that. Maybe. Little marks where when it fits on there, that's how the propellers fit. The tail surfaces are, and that's the wrong one. And of course, where is it? Here it is. Tail surfaces are two pieces, which is fine with me, but when they do that, I wish they would just do completely two pieces in case I do decide to paint the bottom a different color from the top. Because otherwise, it's really hard to tape the edge and get it clean if you want the top a different color than the bottom. But anyway, so I'll give you an update, and like I said, the next one after this, the bench build anyway, will not be a airplane, but I still have a ceiling space in the garage to hang them, so that's what will be happening to it. And please, thanks for watching. Please give me a like and a subscribe if you would. And I'll keep building just whatever, because I really like building. Thanks for watching.